Hi everyone, it's Wednesday, it's 5 o'clock. So, as always, I'm here to help and to support and guide you in anything that you need to know Salesforce related. So, today I wanted to talk to you about our admin programs and how they all work, because I get asked every single day. What is the difference in the different admin programs that we offer? Now, you will probably know that Salesforce admin certification is your starting point on your run on the ladder into a Salesforce career. So, Salesforce admin is your foundational knowledge. So, today I wanted to talk to you about the options of the three different courses that we offer. And also, I'm here as a Q&A. Please feel free to drop any questions into the chat and I will be more than happy to answer them. If you would like to talk to me personally as a one-to-one, you're very welcome to book in some time with me. However, the very next course starts with welcome calls next week. So we don't have too much time. I'd also be happy to drop in my contact telephone number, because if you want to send me a WhatsApp, I think people all over the globe have Lynn Supermums plumbed into their phones so that they can ask me any questions at any time. And I'm always here. And as you know, I'm always happy to help. So, as I said, if you've just joined, you are very welcome to drop in any questions and I will be more than happy to answer. If you're watching this on catch up, then of course, again, reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. So, as you'll probably know, our deadline to enroll on the next Salesforce admin program was just before Easter. However, by popular demand, we've had so many people that missed the deadline and have contacted me and said, Lynn, I really need to know, can I still join? So absolutely you can. There are still a few spots available and we'd be delighted to have you. So in terms of the programs, we have three options. The first option is our Ultimate Admin course. Now, that's the one that you get everything. It's the one that I did before I worked for Supermum. So it's been an absolutely great success for me. And there are many other people who will tell you how they've become successful after doing training with Supermums. In fact, I have got for you, let me find it. We did have a really lovely Trustpilot review, 5-star Trustpilot review, which we've come used to. We do such a great job at giving you the wraparound, the support and the guidance to get to where you need to be. So we have an amazing person, Artemis. She has today said, thank you so much to Heather for helping me refresh my CV and then go to the Supermums recruitment team to actively share with their contacts. Within days, I had an interview and now I have a really exciting new job to start. And we're so proud of Artemis for that. So it says in a little over 6 months, I've retrained in Salesforce via the Ultimate Admin course, conducted some fascinating work experience for a wonderful non-profit, and now really relaunched my career. I couldn't be happier. And genuinely, Artemis, we couldn't be happier for you also. So it's great to have a look on our website at some of the awesome, incredible careers that people have got out of doing training with us. So please take a look on the website and have a look at the success stories. So in terms of getting back into the room, I go off in a tangent. The Ultimate Admin course, what will that give you? That will give you work experience in a real organization where you're going to get your hands dirty on what you've learned. That is so important for your jobs. So when you think that you add to your CV, not only have I got this really nice shiny certificate, the ADX 201, which is the admin certification that you will need to set off your career in Salesforce. But also, you've done some work in the industry, and on your CV, that is so valuable. That is so important to have. I speak to people on a regular basis who say, Lynn, I've trained on my own. I went off, I did some, trailhead. I did some work, some training on my own, and I've actually passed my certificate. I want to say well done to you, because I couldn't do it without structure. But they come to me and say, but I now need the work experience, because people are asking me if I've done any work in the industry. And I'm saying, no, I've had people who have trained on their own. They've done the whole course again just to get that work experience. So that's how valuable that is. So the Ultimate Admin, as I say, reeling it back in again, includes your work experience with a real organization, which is over the final 2 months of the 6-month program. The first 3 months, you're going to do 1 live session per week for about 3 hours. And because we have people globally who train with us, we give you a choice of time zone. If you want to know more about the times and the dates and, when the courses happen, reach out to me. You can always drop it in the chat and I'll answer you now. But if you're not watching this live, then reach out to me and I'll come back to you with the answer. So just bear in mind, I mentioned the 3 months of learning, 1 live session every week, and then structured, supported and guided homework that you do in your own time. So month 4, which is the middle bit of that 6-month program I mentioned, is where you're going to have study groups, you're going to have exam prep, and you're going to likely do your exam in month 4. So that just gives you a little bit of an idea, a brief synopsis of what the Ultimate Admin course is. So you'll remember that I mentioned that the learning side of the Ultimate Admin is 3 months. So then we move on to the Essentials program. Essentials is the 3-hour live session of the Ultimate. So if you think about, we have many organizations that say, I've got a team of people who they do admin, they haven't got their certs, they know what to do, but they need some support and guidance to be able to all sing from the same, hymn sheet. And I always recommend that Essentials is the one that they do, because that is the live session. It doesn't give you all the extra bits. It doesn't give you the mentor that you get with the Ultimate. It doesn't give you the work experience that you get with the Ultimate. So as I say, my recommendation, if you're just starting out, is always do the Ultimate. It's the one I did. So that covers you off, Ultimate and Essentials. Like I say, if you've got any questions, just drop them in the chat. There is a third option, which is our Accelerator course. That one is really quick fire course. That will give you 24 hours a week of learning over 3 weeks. So again, you can do this. However, I always revert back to Ultimate being my preference, because I think if you do it over the 3 months and you learn, you do your live session on a trial org, or obviously a fictional trial org, and then you go and practice to get all that muscle memory in the in the months following. So that is so important. But if you want to do Accelerator, our next Accelerator course starts in July. So again, if you've got any questions about the 3 options, if you look on our website, you can actually see them, the 3 of them, in 3 nice set out columns with a tick box, with the included, not included, so that it's nice and clear for you to be able to see which one best fits your needs. I will, however, state, as I always do, that every single person is an individual. I had a WhatsApp from a lady earlier today who said to me, Lynn, I don't know if I can do this. But do you know what? Imposter syndrome, that, I'm not sure I particularly like that word, but it is rife, and everyone says, I don't think I can do this, but you are no different to the next person. So there's no reason why you can't do it. It will give you the growth. It will give you the knowledge. It will give you the confidence to absolutely succeed, as did Artemis, if you remember when we started out and I told you about the Trustpilot review that she'd given yesterday. So if it's something you want to do, my recommendation is drop me a WhatsApp. Right, I'm going to put my phone number in. Depending on where you are on the globe, I will actually put the +44 bit, 7737 267 If you want to drop me a WhatsApp, I am here all the time. Send me a message tonight. I will reply to you. If you want me to give you a call, I'll give you a call. I would normally suggest booking in some time with me. However, because the deadline is fast approaching again, because we obviously have only got a few spaces left, I would suggest that you contact me via email. In fact, let's put in my email address, or via WhatsApp, because that's the best way for you to be able to get in. And I really, really don't want you to miss out. If, however, you don't do this course and you say, okay, I'm going to do the next one, the next course is in September. We have 4 courses every year, which is February, May, which is about to start, September and November. So if you don't do it until the next time, then of course you're absolutely welcome to book in some time with me, and I'd be delighted to chat through your options. Stating the obvious, this course learning side of the course will be almost over by the time the next one starts. So if it's something you're planning to do soon, genuinely, I speak to people every day who say, oh, you know, I wish it was next week. It is next week. So you can absolutely sign up and get started straight away. So as I said before, drop in any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Send me an email, send me a WhatsApp, and I'll come back to you personally. Because, you know, with me just talking at you, it's very difficult for me to understand exactly what your knowledge is. We have people that come that have absolutely zero knowledge. I spoke to a lady today. She's a teacher. She's planning to sign up, but she has no Salesforce experience. I also speak to people that are already in the industry. I speak to organizations who want to train their team up. So however I can help you, WhatsApp me, email me. As I say, if it's not for this course, you're welcome to book in some time. You might get into my Calendly before the weekend, but what I would say is probably now, because it's so close, you will probably need to be contacting me a different way for now. And I can always call you. So let me just drop in a couple of links. Let me just grab a couple of links for you. So let me find them. So this is my Calendly. This is my Calendly. Let me just find it. And you can, in there, you can book in some time. Now, what that will give you is my calendar. If you click on the link, you can book in some time. It's a 30-minute session. If you are someone that knows what you want, then you can book in some time with me and we can go through, you know, what you've done before. If you're someone that's brand new and you have no idea what I'm talking about and you just want some insight, then again, grab yourself a coffee, book in a 30-minute chat with me. It doesn't matter where you are or what you've done. Let's talk about you as a person. Let's talk about your transferable skills, your industry knowledge, and let's see if we can match you to a Salesforce career. So again, book in some time with me. Now, the second link I was going to find for you is the website, which is, of course, so important. I've got a few things that I want to add in here. So this is the website. So have a look on the website. In terms of cost, I'm sure that you know, if you haven't already looked at this, when you go onto the admin course page, If you see there is a blue button, the blue button says enroll now. You don't have to actually enroll there, but you click on that link and it will give you the 3 courses side by side, and the prices at the bottom. So you can put it in any currency you like. Again, there is also, I will tell you, there is other options. There are other options. So you can do what we call a bundle deal, and that's where you sign up to do the Ultimate Admin first, and then you can keep the consultancy in your back pocket. We will hold it in a holding room, but it gives you 50% off consultancy. If you have a clear plan in your mind, that's the road you're going to take. You want to be a project manager, you want to be a business analyst, you want to be a change manager. I would have loved to have done that. If you're planning to do any of that, then consultancy would be your next step after admin. If you just want to do admin, then of course do that and then see where it takes you. So, I don't want to over confuse the situation by throwing everything at you. But obviously, this is a session where I'm just going to give you some information. Online, you can pay in full, which is the cheapest way to do it. You can pay over 3 months. There is a fee included, but I'll be honest, that's how I did it when I did the course. Or you can pay over 6 months. Again, you'll need to email me for me to send you a link to pay over 6 months. If you want to do the bundle, which is, as I said, where you do Ultimate Admin, we keep your consultancy in a holding room for when you're ready for it, giving you 50% off consultancy. You can spread the cost of that as well. So the way that works is you get your 50% off the consultancy course, but then there is a fee included to spread the cost. But again, I've had somebody today sign up to a bundle because it's a good way of doing it, because that this is a great career path for me. As I say, speak to me, because I can absolutely talk to you as an individual, talk about what you've done in the past. I see that there are a few people online. If you are able to, I would love for you to drop in the chat if you can see my links. You don't have to put anything else, but if you just say, yes, Lynn, I can see your links, that's great. Because the reason I'm saying that is last week, I put all the links in and somebody came up and said they couldn't see them. So it would just be interesting if you could just let me know that. If not, after the session, because this is recorded, I will go back on and just double check. So if there's no links they're showing, then I will add them in afterwards. Has anyone got any questions? I'm going to take that it's no, and that you're going to message me personally. And as I say, I'll be able to advise you personally. I've just talked for nearly 20 minutes without stopping. You know how I like to talk. But what I would say is, if we have a conversation, I'll be delighted to let you do a bit of the talking, and to tell me what you're all about, what you've done previously, what your plans are, what your future looks like, what your goals and dreams are in terms of work. If you're looking for flexibility, if you're looking for better work-life balance, if you're looking for chance for career progression, it doesn't matter if you are a mum and you are looking for that, stay-at-home mum work. I mean, I used to drive hundreds of miles every day to go to work. I now sit here talking to lovely people like you all day long while looking out at my garden. So it's absolutely changed my life. And I would hope that, we can also do the same for you. We are so proud of every single person in our community who sign up, who do the training with us, and they go on to have some, as I said, some absolutely incredible, successful careers. And we are delighted for every single one of them. So, as I say, if you want to know more, please reach out to me, send me an email, send me a WhatsApp. If you can book in some time with me, and I will be absolutely delighted to talk you through your best next steps. But as I say, if you're brand new, the foundational knowledge is Salesforce admin. The ultimate admin is the one that I recommend, the one that I did. That will take you to where you want to be. So if you've got any questions, reach out to me. I am always here. I am always happy to help. And if no one's got any questions, then I'll see you next Wednesday. I will wait for a second in case anyone wants to drop anything in the chat. Okay, on that note, thank you so much. And as I say, I hope you had a fabulous weekend. And I hope that you have a great weekend this weekend, if I don't speak to you before. Take care.